What's up, Internet? Cory Zanier here with the Not Weekend Adventure in Video Game Hunting, but we're at the flea market, so let's see what we can find.
Thank you. Everything must go cheap today.
How much for this game?
$5. Cheap.
Take 3 for it?
Give me 4.
I just keep buying more. There's nothing in them. They're just boxes. Unfortunately, I didn't get the boost. They still have value to somebody who sells them.
How much are you asking for them?
They're $10 for everything. If not, I drop them off at John's store. He'll give me $10 for them.
Yeah. What's this?
I'm probably gonna do so. I don't know if I'm gonna switch out. I'm trying to get rid of junk right now, but I might do the trunk. You know what I mean? When trunk opens in April, but I'll be here until then. You know, I want to get rid of. I got so much stuff I ended up over the winter. I actually stopped buying all winter long. I stopped doing because you can't store it. You know what I mean? The hardest part is storing it, and you gotta wait to get rid of this shit. You gotta wait till summer. You know, everybody's here to get a bargain so they can put shit on eBay. Craigslist.
Yeah, basically you're right.
Yeah, that's what they're here for. Nobody's here to buy junk, everyday stuff.
Do $5?
I'm going to sell the whole pile for $10. Can't cherry pick the Pokemon and then leave me with the junk, and then I can't sell the junk.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, good then. Should do $5 for the controller in the Mario Brothers book?
That's fine.
All right.
See a rocker go by. We'll deal with it later. I'm not worried. I was like, oh, that's good. One last thing, check it. I'll bring it in tomorrow. Hey, Chuck. I love your faces. I'll be back in about 5. The big plaque on the table over there. Don't worry,
stolen
guys.
from this company.
Alright guys, found a decent amount of stuff. Only a little bit disappointed about those DS cases. Funny story about that though. You might have heard in the clip, I'm not sure if it picked up or if he said it while I was recording, that he was to John. It's one of the local video game sellers. He has a few stores, M&J Video Games and Collectibles. He has a store in this town actually, so he said he was gonna bring him to John and get $10 for him. Fast forward in my life 5 minutes later, and I see John walking down the row. And I tell John about it, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know. Not even interested in that. Had no interest in it whatsoever. So I was just like, alright. Good, no haggle, I guess. I mean, it would have been worth it, but if I had like a loose Pokemon Gold, Heart Gold, and a loose Pokemon Black, it would have made sense, basically. But I don't want to have a whole bunch of empty DS cases just chilling. Like, I don't have room for that. And if you're not going to haggle at all, or you're not going to separate any of them out, you can hold on to them. And now he's not going to have anything to do with them. But I have some stuff to show you when we get home, and also some other pickups I made off of Facebook groups. So let's get to it. Alright, let's get into these pickups for $4. Not an overpayment, but I really wish I got it for $3. Starting to collect for the original Xbox again, just little by little. Don't actually have anywhere to put them, now that I think about it. But got Star Wars, Obi-Wan. It's not an original Xbox exclusive, I just don't know what the hell else it's on. I think maybe GameCube, but I think it looks cooler as an Xbox game because everything is green on the cover anyway. It's in good shape, complete. Unfortunately, it's not worth it nearly as much as I thought it might be. I thought it was like more than a $6 game, but it's a $6 game. The next batch of stuff I passed on because it was all DS cases. There were some Pokemon games in there, but he didn't want to haggle. And like I mentioned before, he dropped John's name, and then John wasn't even interested in him, so he can keep them for $10. It would have been different if I actually had any of the games just sitting around waiting for a case. Next thing I picked up, Rock Candy Xbox 360 controller. This is like a purplish pink controller. It's a wired controller. They go for about $15. I've come across them in the past, and I was able to bundle together this little Nintendo book from Golden Look Books, Super Mario Bros. Trapped in the Perilous Pit. And Russ Lyman actually did a retro read on one of the Zelda ones, so I might actually toss this his way, see if he wants to do a retro read on it. I think it'd be pretty cool. And it was just a toss-in on that. And the last bundle I got at the flea market is one that I actually kind of needed. Well, this was the main reason I wanted to get this bundle, but it doesn't have the receiver, and it doesn't have the back. Haven't tested it out yet, haven't cleaned it up yet. It's in pretty dingy condition. There's no battery corrosion, but it's pretty dirty all around. They had a Super Mario Bros. Deluxe manual for the Game Boy Color. Kind of a toss-in. And, whoa, almost dropped it. An original PlayStation. I needed one of these because I'm borrowing one from my friend Ted to record Final Fantasy Tactics on my Let's Play channel. And he's going to need his back eventually. And I do technically have a PlayStation box back here that is empty, because I traded that one out of it. So I have an original PlayStation. Hopefully it works. Probably find out later today. And like I said before, I was going to show you some games I picked up from Facebook groups. First up was actually one that I already had at the time that I got it. It is Monsters in My Pocket for the NES. Now, this game dropped in value significantly since I got it at Too Many Games last year. Around the time it was around a $50 game, and I knew I had this one coming in the mail, and I didn't realize that the label wasn't nearly as good as the one I had, so I actually took the one I had from Too Many Games and I sold it at the latest trade event because I figured, why have two? Bring something that's going to be a heavy hitter. When I got to the trade event, I started looking it up on eBay, and it was just like a lot of sold listings for like $30, so it was kind of a bummer that I now have a Monsters in my pocket that is in worse shape than the one I had, and I sold the one I had for about half the price that I bought it for originally, if that makes any sense. Just kind of rambling at this point. And the last game I was able to pick up from a Facebook group, Sunset Riders for the Super Nintendo. Had an opportunity to get this in the past when it was in the box at Game Exchange, but I didn't want to drop $90 on it, I think it was at the time. But very happy to have this in my collection now. So let me know how your flea markets have been lately. I mentioned in the vlog tomorrow a little bit of an update on what I intend to do for Weekend Adventure and video game hunting this year, so stay tuned for that. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, go check out my Let's Play channel, Let's Play Something. Link will be in the description and probably an annotation at the end of the screen here. So, yeah. I say so much shit at the end of videos now, I don't remember where I'm at sometimes. Maybe I'm just getting old. But, as always, keep it real, internet. I love you guys.